Anthony, you have a question? Whoa. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading. So a salesperson has $240,000 in sales last year, which is 60% of the sales she had this year. Determine the salesperson's amount of sales in dollars this year. Can I have 3 volunteers just share this, reshare the story or retell it in your own words? What is being asked here? I want to hear from Josue. I want to hear from Joseph. I would like to hear from Nana. Please retell the story. Starting with Josue. Josue, go ahead and unmute yourself. All right, Joseph, I'm going to start with you then. I think Josue might not be by his device. Go ahead, Joseph. Retell this, please. Go ahead, Joseph.
The question is saying a salesperson had like $240,000 in sales last year. Then that is 60% of the sales that the salesperson had this year. Determine the salesperson total amount of sales in dollars.
Okay, thank you. Nana, let's hear from you. Go ahead, Nana.
I can't hear you.
Excuse me?
Okay, I can hear you. Where did your screen story?
So retell the
right
story,
there.
please. Retell the
Okay.
situation happening.
So a salesperson, from selling stuff, she earned $240,000, which in percentage, 50%. So, we want to know how, the whole amount of money in dollars, that she got this year.
So what are we trying to figure out? What are we trying to find out in this problem? It says a salesperson had $240,000 in sales last year. That's 60% of the sales she had this year. We want to know what's the total of sales in dollars this year. What are we looking for? What are we trying to find? Esther? Put a thumbs up if you can hear me. Put a thumbs up if you can see me clearly. I feel like the video is kind of lagging and I'm not able to, okay. Yeah, I think the internet connection is kind of lagging and it's glitching. Go ahead, Esther. What is the problem asking us to find? what to do. Hear me, Esther? Go ahead.
So I think the problem is asking us, I think it's asking to figure out how much of the sale, how much money is like, how much of the sales of this year, the amount of money, like in dollars, like determine the total amount of sales made
Sorry,
this year.
you're cutting in and out. Can you try it again?
But it's telling us to figure out, determine the salesman's sales in dollars of this year.
Okay, so what I make more than or less than 100,000. So we're trying to determine the total amount of sales in dollars this year. So do you think the salesman person would have made more or less than 100,000? And how do you know? Take about 20 seconds to think through this question. Put a thumbs up if you say more than, put a thumbs down if you say less than. Yes, Anaya. All right, so I'm seeing some mixed answers. So I want to hear from Adelaide, then I want to hear from Lemuel. Adelaide, go ahead.
Okay, so I think that's gonna be more than, because it's asking for the total amount of, and the total amount is be more, and it says last year, so and 60%. If it's 60% of the sales she has this year, that means that that's only a part of what she has this year. So this year has to be more than last year.
All right, Lemuel. Lemuel, go ahead.
The salesperson.
Okay, so you saying more than as well?
Yeah, because I wanted to change it because it's 60%. And I thought it meant that.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give us the next 8 minutes. I'm gonna put 8 minutes on my timer. So I want you to go ahead and make a plan to solve this and go ahead and solve the problem. I'm gonna put this into a breakout room so that we can work on this, and when we reconvene, we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So I'm gonna put 8 minutes on my timer, and then I'm gonna put this into breakout room. Adelaide and Logan, please join your breakout room. Logan, please join your breakout room.
Oh,
So you all can continue on mute. Sorry. There's about 2 minutes left. You all can continue working on it. The breakout room just closed earlier than I wanted it to.
It's up to you, Miss Silla. I got up and wanted to plan. I just wanted to plan for them. We could
Sorry.
solve it together if you want, or we can solve it in breakout rooms. It's up to you.
So Ms. Meyer, can you continue?
I'm sorry, say that again.
No, I didn't. The what you were saying lagged out for me. Can you please repeat it?
I said we got up to the part of plan to solve this problem. We didn't solve it as of yet, but it's up to you. You can solve it together or we solve it in breakout room.
Okay, so yeah, I can put this back in the breakout room. You can do it there. All right, so I'll put this back into a breakout room. I'll just put the time up. Okay. Join your breakout room, guys. Join your breakout room, guys. Silas, join your breakout room, please. Lamois, join your breakout room. Adelaide, join your break.
All right, y'all. We just waiting for Miss Silla to join us again. Oh,
Okay.
Miss Silla is here. I did go
All right.
see her. Oh, I see her.
Miss Murray, did you guys get to discuss the strategies that you used to answer it?
Yep, we used the strategies and we solved it.
Okay. Eric was in the middle of talking about his answer, so we was doing Brianna and Eric. So I can go ahead and share the screen with that, so we can all just take a look at that one as well.
All right.
So Eric, just continue talking about it. I keep doing that. There we go. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so will I just continue where I left off or?
Yeah.
Okay, so then after that, I multiplied both sides by 10 because then that would equal 100%, and then that would then I would know how much the sales were made that year.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now what I want us to do is just take a look at the way Abriana solved this and take a look at the way Eric solved this. What do you notice? Are there, and is there anything you're confused about? What do you notice? Just what do you notice about the two ways that they chose to solve this problem? Ms. Myrie, if you were with Ms. Myrie and you guys discussed this, you can go ahead and share what you guys discussed as well.
What was the question, Ms. Solo?
I said, what is the difference between the way Abriana solved this and the way that Eric solved this? What are they thinking? Is there anything that they're confused about? Is my voice lagging? Put a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yeah, it says my internet connection is unstable again, so it might be going in and out. Like some of your videos are going in and out for me. Who can share? Who can just tell us what they noticed going on? Sandra? Lysandra, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
So do I share what I did, or do I just talk about
You can
Did you
talk
tell
about
her
what.
what's the difference between the two of them? Or did they have similar ways of solving? Or did they have different ways of solving? Or is there something that they didn't understand via the way they solved?
I think that they had like similar ways of solving because they both used their percentages and they put them in action form to try to solve. But I think the only thing different from their work is that Eric, he had like organized his work into a column of like money and into the money and to the percentages, while Ariana just went straight through with doing her fractions.
Okay. Anyone else? Adelaide, let's hear your thinking. What do you notice about what they both did? Adelaide? All right, so let's hear from Esther.
What was the question?
The strategies that they use. What do you notice the similarities, any differences you know between the strategy that they were using or the work that they showed in order to get to their answer?
What I see in their strategies is that in Abriana, she used like it's like kind of similar to Eric's, but not fully because Eric, he separated the dollars and the decimals and he showed his work through that. But Abriana, she did it like she used 60% of to $24,000, and Eric didn't do that because he separated the decimals and the dollars while she just put them all together.
Okay. And how are their strategies connected? What do you notice they both did? So Abriana started with a percent. She took, so she started with 60% of $240,000. Eric said $240,000 is to 60%. So what do we notice about what they both did though? This question is open to everyone. I'm seeing two participants. Adelaide, I see your hand up. No.
Okay.
Yep.
So notice was that for Eric and Abriana's, they both use percentage. But Abriana in like but Abriana, she did it in like a ratio form. I mean, no, Eric like a ratio form, and Brianna's she in a ratio form. She just did it like in fraction form.
Sorry, yours is you're
So
cutting off
she
at
like
the end.
fractions, and then what did you say?
I said you were cutting off at the end. Can you just repeat that?
Oh, as that Eric's uses like a ratio form, but Abriana uses like a fraction form, and they both use denominator of 6. So yeah.
Okay. And how can we connect what Eric did over here, what Brianna used over here? So think about what they divided by. How can we connect this and connect it to that? So we both see that they divided by the number 6 is evident. But think about the two different ways that they what Abriana used. Think about how Eric did it. How can we connect that? Katie?
I see that they both use proportional ratios to solve the problem.
Repeat that.
That they both use proportional ratios to solve their problem.
Proportional ratios. Okay, can anyone add on to what Katie said or kind of elaborate on what Katie said? Look specifically at the denominators. What did they do? What did they divide by? What did Abriana do before she divided that connects to what Eric did? Go ahead, Joe.
What I noticed is that they both switched their 6 to be like, instead of the 6 being in the tens place, they moved